Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for U-Boat. As we continue our run here, we did find us a ship. It does appear to be a Norwegian ship, as best I can tell. We're actually going to put you back on context, please. And it is at 3:15 currently, so it's right there. The tower. We see that at least, but yeah, we don't really know what it is right now. So we'll just progress towards it, and hopefully we can get a good intercept here in just a moment. Can I even see it from here yet? It is very dark, even with the reduced. Okay, there it is. Even with the reduced night right now, it is quite dark out there. I'm gonna drop us down a little bit. I don't think we have to go that fast for this. Catch this guy. We're on a pretty good intercept right now. We'll just go ahead and speed up here until we get a little bit closer. Not too far. Alright, probably want to speed up a little bit now, but... Okay. We'll interact. We will send a delegation to the freighter. Actually, before I do that, let me stop the ship so that we're not... Cancel. Stop the ship so we're not about to, like, run into the side of this thing. We'll send a delegation. We will send... We have people that can speak... I mean, French is not very helpful, I would imagine. But I guess we'll send Joachim here. And we'll give him that. And then we'll send one of our engineers over. I don't know if it really matters, so we'll send engine guy, I guess, and we'll give you, unless I'm going to give you some dynamite. Let's send some more people over. You know what? Let's send one more. I don't know if I've never usually sent extra people over, but why not this time? Send the delegation over. See if we can, I'm hoping these guys are transporting bad stuff. I kind of doubt they are, but yeah, it'd be cool if they were. He only knows basic Germans, but lucky Eric Schwartz from your group speaks fluent English. I did not know that. So there's no language barrier. Invites us to his office. Sure, sounds suspicious. Leads you to his office offers to make you comfortable. I take it you want to take a look at the shipping documents he asked. Confirm. Headed toward London. Yes. Request the captain's documents that detail the cargo on his ship and its destination. A flicker of unease crosses his face, and he produces the papers with a slight hesitation. As you carefully review the contents, his hands clench, a bead of sweat forming on his brow. According to the documents, the ship is headed to Port of London. It's carrying utilities. It seems that the ship is trading with blockaded allied ports, and it's fair price for you to sink. We confirm that this freighter is involved in military activities. We can sink it without risk of international incident. Order the evacuation. Captain isn't happy about this outcome, but clearly accepts that there's nothing he can do to avoid this from happening. He doesn't respond to you, but instead starts to shout at his crew and orders the evacuation of the freighter. And then we can go back to the deck house. I mean, I guess we're already on here, so we might as well go ahead and plant some dynamite. So this is fine. And we'll do the dynamite. And there we go. One ship down. Actually might be enough to hit our 4,000 goal. We'll go ahead and communicate with the lifeboats here. I'm not gonna bring any of these guys on board because that feels a little cruel. All things considered, we'll give them some canned foods. Feels like the best thing to give some guys sitting in a boat here like this. Yeah, normally I would bring captains on board, obviously, but I think we sank his ship. We don't need to bring a Norwegian captain on board. I don't think that's the right. I mean, maybe we have the right to, but again, I just don't feel like that's the right thing to do. All right, we still have all our torpedoes, but we have finished our patrol. Apparently, that was enough to get us to 4,000. I mean, do we go back now? Just call that good enough? Seems a little strange considering, again, we got all our torpedoes, but at the same time, it is going to give us another engineer right away, which is nice to be able to have this, like I said, start sitting out on missions and stuff. So maybe we just go ahead and call this patrol good and just get ready to come out for the next one. I mean, any patrol we sink at least one ship I would call that a very successful patrol. So, yeah, I think we can go ahead and go back home. gets us credit for that first, you know, tick of the tonnage war, so that's going to be good. Two war patrols. Alright, so there's full tonnage war there, the first one. We still gotta get the next one right. Got a lot to go. We got, you know, another 21,000 plus to go, but we'll get there. That was 5,700 tons. Pretty good. Very happy with that. And like I said, we get us a new officer, which we can now send on missions. So that'll be, I think, very helpful. Actually got a lot of money for that one. No upgrades, I don't think. Doesn't look like it. We don't have to restock our torpedoes at least, so that's good. I mean, fuel, sure. If we got a little bit of fuel we got to get. Items, we'll grab some more dynamite. I'm going to hold off on the second gun for right now. Eventually I might grab it, but for now I think we're okay. Torpedoes, again, we're still good. Ammunition, we're still good. Food. I'd like to top some of these off if we need to. Actually, let's go back to the boats. Equipment, we don't need to get any equipment either. All right, we'll go goodbye here. Let me jump in here and make sure that we've got you capped out on everything. So bring over 12 more fishes. I wonder why they do varying like amounts here. Kind of interesting. Okay, so I guess all that. At least our galley is full for the moment. And then let's take you back and let's see what kind of food we can get to fill up the rest. And we definitely want to fill up the vegetables, that's fine. I guess we'll fill up the fish. It's boring, but fine. And we'll fill up this fish, that's good. We really need something to replace the fruits, I guess, because we don't really have a good amount of fruits over here. Although, maybe this is enough. I might just call that good enough. Or I could grab some, like, pork here. Preserved pork. You know, I'm just going to go with what we got for now. We got quite a bit already stockpiled up. Let's see. So, what we want to do is we want to come back over here. And we want to open up the reputation thing. Could get us just another officer to have, but if we're going to get another officer, it's going to be a different type of officer than the engineering officer. So I think what we actually want is to grab sending officers on missions in headquarters. So we're going to buy that. That's not how I did it last time. Last time I think I grabbed the extra officer instead. But I think this is actually going to be good for us. Because if we can go... Apparently I can't do it from there. There we go. If we can go grab us some sort of technology like better hydrofoam, better torpedo pistons, anything like that would be good. We need an engineer for this. 16 days. We got 4 reputations, so actually we have enough reputation for this. Again, we just got the engineer. What else would we grab? That's a radio man. That's a leader. Engineer there for improved toilets. Greater depths for longer periods. It's interesting. What we got over here? Engineer. That one's all very expensive. Armored conning towers. I don't think that's very useful for us. Again, so I think honestly the torpedo pistols. I think I said pistons earlier. Pistols. The triggers basically for them. I think would be good for us to get just to make sure we have guaranteed torpedo detonations, or at least better torpedo detonations. We'll grab that. We're already getting the accumulators. That's already automatically researching apparently. So hopefully we can get that at some point. We don't have any upgrades right now, do we? I actually don't know. Because I think the accumulators is back there, but we didn't get this yet either. Nope. We'll get that eventually. And then accumulators again. That's not even clickable for us right now, so that's fine. All right, I'm happy with that. How are we looking on fatigue? We shouldn't be that fatigued at all. 0, so we're good. Let's go ahead and get all our stuff loaded up, and let's go ahead and go right back out on patrol again right away. Hopefully we get a really two good patrols, maybe 3 average patrols, and we might actually be able to finish this and get our upgraded boat, which would be pretty huge. There's a Scapa flow, and the Scapa flow is tempting. But we are already starting to get the blueprint here. We can see that listed there now. I mean, Scapa Flow would be really cool. Most prominent target you find. I'm assuming some sort of like carrier based on the graphic there. Maybe, I don't know. That would be really cool. And getting the scale bullseye would be really cool. But I really want the upgraded boat. Maybe that's the wrong path. I don't know. Maybe we got plenty of time to get the upgraded boat if I go different directions. I'm kind of okay with doing the medium one because more reputation, more money, and just kind of holds us to a higher standard anyway. So I want to sink as much as I can here. So if we could sink the full 7,000, actually I'd prefer to sink about 10,000 tons. That would be my goal for this. Yeah, I think we grab this one. I really want to get new boat as quickly as possible. That way we're ready for the Atlantic front once that opens up. Okay. Let's get our first little waypoint here and we'll go ahead and head out. I'll bring you guys back once we find something. All right, we're back. We're actually chasing a convoy that has been flagged by our hydrophone guy as a warship convoy. Might not be a smart idea for us to go after. 2 to 5 ships here. Figured we at least take a look, maybe. I mean, we could just get spotted here and end up being bad, but we've got a decent intercept here on the convoy itself. We don't know, obviously, a specific ship, but let's get a little closer and just see if we can spot anything here. We've got actually a lot of ships out there. Yeah, there's a lot of contacts out there. We're chasing this group right here. There's another convoy to our southwest, but it's moving away from us. Actually, when we originally found this convoy, like way back here, we actually had 2 convoys we could have gone after. And I feel like this one was the easier to intercept of the 2. There's ships everywhere right now. There are ships currently all over the place. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what we're going after right now. We're going to get a little closer here. It's still very, very much nighttime. Let's get within about 4,000 meters of our supposed intercept here. Okay, so we definitely know there's some ships out there. Let's see if we can actually see the ships we're looking for. They're at 60 degrees off to our right here. I mean, it's dark enough that I don't think we have to worry about the periscope being spotted, but we do have to be a little careful here of them just randomly pinging us, you know? We got destroyers. I mean, I was hoping we'd find something like beefier than like a destroyer, you know what I mean? Like, what if we found a battleship? I mean, are we allowed to sink battleships? Is that a smart thing to do? But it might just be a bunch of destroyers and things, honestly. Again, there's a lot of ships around here. What we might just do is get close enough to see what these 5 ships are. And then, call that, you know, kind of good enough. And then, like, bug out of here and try to go after something else. I just want to see what we got over here. I mean, it's just a group of submarine hunters, right? What is that over there? I actually can't see what that is over there. You are... We got a visual bearing on this vessel. That's like a tugboat over here. What is that back there? Is that the destroyer? Yeah, right. I guess these are all corvettes and that's the little destroyer up there. Yeah, I think it's just a bunch of corvettes and one destroyer. He might be pinging us. Yeah, okay, it's a destroyer. All right, well, that's good to know. We definitely need to get out of Dodge. We're going to just come back this way. Immediate turnaround. Immediate slow. Actually, we probably want to do is... We know they're over there. Kind of want to bug out in a way that puts a smaller angle on them. It's going to keep us closer to them longer than I'd probably prefer. We're actually going to come over here and we're going to say... don't know if we have to go full run silent. You know what? We'll go full silent here. Let's make sure we can get away from here. We are, you know, we're in theory, what, 4,000 meters away from, about 3,000 meters away from where they would, their course is taking them. So I definitely want to get onto the other side of this circle if at all possible. But yeah, it's just 4 corvettes and a destroyer. I can't really chase down any of these other ships right now until we get out of this group. So we will, let me get you off of the periscope. Let's just make sure that's not sticking up for any weird reason here. You're still listening, that's fine. Let's get out of Dodge here. I think it would tell us if we got pinged, right? And we want these guys to be mostly behind us. Actually start kind of pivoting a little bit further to the right again, I think. Kind of right over there. I think we get on the other side of this circle, we're going to be fine. Very unlikely that they're going to pinpoint us. We'll just kind of bug out this way now. Okay. I think we can start the alarm. I think we can stop direct orders. Break from silent running. Turn the gyro compass back on. I mean, we're good. 9,000 meters away from them, so I don't think that's going to be a problem anymore. And we could probably almost safely surface at this point. Let's get you back on listening for context, though. And then... and that small group's the one we're ignoring. That's fine. We can actually go ahead and... you know what? Let me put you back on radio for a second. Let's send a radio message if we can. Just report that. Those sightings. Gets us a little bit of money. So, nothing wrong with that. Does it give us reputation too? I don't think so. I think it's just the money. Alright. So we definitely want to... well, I'm leaving that line for now because I just kind of want to know that they exist. I'm going to bug out this way. We'll go ahead and put you back on listening for context now because I do want to try and find out where... what else we got out there. I do want to speed up a little bit here to kind of get away from this area a little quicker. So that's that group behind us, so we're fine with ignoring that. 290 is it's moving away, so that's not very helpful. Unfortunately, we're going to be hydrophoning this group over and over and over again because they're still pretty close to us. But that's alright. I think that's... yeah, I think these are the two, like, destroyers / whatever groups. So at this point, I think we kind of just want to try and maybe get to the edge here and then start turning back down this direction and just try to get onto our patrol again. Are we far enough away that we feel like 30 to 50, 23? Yeah, we're far enough away. I think we can go back to our periscope kind of schedule here. Stop all direct orders and let's just get back on a decent schedule here.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 150 Grad. Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe.
These are all still pretty far away. We're just going to ignore them for now. Give them a wide berth here.
Handelsschiff. Peilung 265 Grad.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin. Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe.
Several 90 degrees to our right. Again, I think that's still one of those groups that's over here doing their thing. Won't really feel safe till we get just away from this entire area, to be honest.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht. Eines unserer U-Boote hat soeben ein mögliches Ziel innerhalb unserer Reichweite gemeldet.
524, 202 degrees, low speed. Let's see if that's close enough for us to plan an intercept or not. 524 is over here. I mean, it's if it's heading our direction, it could be close enough. 202. I mean, not really heading our direction, but I mean, if it stays on current course, we definitely could get intercept. We're already within our patrol area, so jumping out of our patrol area to go sink a ship is 100% acceptable. So I'm just draw this line pretty far here because we don't know how long it's going to take us to go intercept you. And we don't know exactly where you are, obviously. And then let's get us a line here. We'll plan out an intercept real quick. I mean, if we want to go top speed, we can go 13 knots. Let's assume when they're going slow. Let's say they're probably going 6 knots. I could plan for 7 so I get a little bit ahead of them just to kind of be safe. So let's plan for 7. So let's just do, I don't know, 35 kilometers here because it's all relative. And then we can go in that time 65. Okay. And then we'll see what kind of intercept we got here. We're definitely going to have a decent intercept though. 22.8 degrees from where we're at right now. And it's all an estimation based on what we think they're doing and current position, but honestly, this is going to be a good intercept. It's actually a good intercept. I love it when I do that. It's not intentional, but there's been many times where I've done it like our intercept is the circle I just drew, which is, I mean, it's maybe not exactly, but it's close enough that we're just going to head straight for this little circle here. We'll go top speed. We'll make sure we're on surface here and we'll start heading that direction. I want to get about 8 kilometers away, maybe. And we'll go periscope here. Let's go ahead and slow down though, just so we can make sure we get a little bit better of an audio here. I think we're close enough if I drop you and give you a guy.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Natürlich, Herr Kaloi.
Nothing? I mean, I know he's pretty far away, but I still would have thought we would have been able to hear him if he was anywhere on this line at all. Maybe the original information we had was not accurate. It did say 524, right? That's 524, yeah. He could be going slower than even if he's going slower than I realized. He would have to have been like way up here in one of the other corners to not be within the circle right now. It's a little surprising, but all right, we'll go back surface. Give you back your guys. Let's get a little bit closer, I guess. Back to top speed here. Okay, we're not within 40. I mean, if he's not within this circle, I'm going to assume that he just went a different direction and we just had bad information to begin with.
Herr Kaloi, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert. Auf E-Motoren wechseln. Horchraum besetzen.
I mean, we had to have had bad information because I can't think of a reason why he would not be within this range right now. It's weird. Most of the time, those information from those other subs are pretty accurate. Maybe just go look at it again. Maybe, did I write something down wrong? 524, course 202, slow speed. No, it's everything I got. 524, 202. I mean, the slow speed is the only variable that I just didn't know exactly, but still would have probably put him within this wheel right here if we were... What we could do is we could get to here and then just start turning north and just see if we can... Maybe he's just much slower, or maybe he just changed direction slightly. I don't know. Let's go back surface. Let's get back onto this line here. If we don't find him here in a few seconds, I'll skip ahead so you guys don't have to watch all this boring bit. But I thought we might be able to find him here pretty quickly. Let's make the turn northward, and then we'll go back periscope one last time.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
We found one. It's not anywhere near where I thought it would be. Weird. Okay. Current interception not possible. I mean, that has to be the guy. Maybe he's just in a different spot than we realized. We'll call this guy C1. If we go max speed, can we get a... Okay, it is possible to get an intercept. A very long ways away, but that also does mean that... Okay, so let me do some math real quick. I'll bring you guys along for the math, because why not at this point? So, in the time it takes us to go 242 kilometers, he can go 280 kilometers. So, and we're going, what, 7 knots underwater usually? I think that's our max. It's not currently showing 7 knots, but I think we can hit 7 knots max normally. So, if we can go 243 and 7, and he can go 208, what is his? I'm going to guess it's going to be 6, right? And that's kind of, feels like that would be logical. Yeah, he's going exactly 6. 5.99 is what I got there. So he's going 6 knots. So we can get back to the surface. So we know we can get us an intercept on this guy. Let me put us, let me put a little pin here so I can say this is where we're at currently. Let me draw us a line here. Let's plot us an intercept real quick. So we know he's going 6. So that's easy. And then we can go 13 on the surface. So we're actually going to go back to surface, obviously. So we can go 13. For now, keep going this direction for a second. And then let's plan out what their intercept would be. 14.9. It's a pretty acute angle here, but it's fine. 14.9. 9. Okay. 14.9. It's we're gonna have to chase him. We got a lot of ground to make up here, but it is definitely gonna be doable here, it looks like. Let me just put it past here a little bit just so I can get a good intercept here. So we'll call this IC1. And let's head towards it. And like I said, we got a good speed on him. We do want to go back to surface, of course. We've got a good speed on him, and we'll get a good... It seems like we got a good angle on him right now, so I think this actually might be a good pursuit here. Let's get about halfway there, and let's go back periscope for a moment. Good, kind of make sure he hasn't changed course or anything crazy. 353. I feel like he's going faster than we thought he was originally. I mean, he's still on the line that we thought he was going to be on, but he's definitely looked like he's heading down this way now.
Alle Maschinen, stop!
Yeah, we're not going to quite catch him, are we? Okay, so let me just put it on that for a second. It's 123 kilometers, and in that time he can go... Did I have the original measurement wrong? Maybe I did. In that time he's going to be able to go that distance. 106. I mean, that still feels right. 123 to 7 equal to 106 to what? That feels very similar to what we had before on a ratio here. Yeah, we're still sitting on 6. So how did I not catch him yet? At 13 knots, he's right there. We're not going to cover that distance in 13 knots. Yeah, I got the intercept wrong somehow. Okay, well, let's replan this again. Okay, again, let me just... I don't want to change that yet. Let me just replan an intercept here from new information. So, again, we still think he's going 6 knots here. And we can still go 13 knots here. Maybe we can go slower. Let me jump us down to 12. Just in case, like, for some reason it's just going a little bit slower than I anticipate. And, 12.2. It's still about the same angle. It's not much difference, isn't it? It wasn't like 12 point something up here. It was 14.9, so it's a little bit more acute. 12.2 from this line here. It's going to be there. So now our intercept's it's again at the edge of our circle here, interestingly enough. All right, we'll head for our circle. We'll go back surface. I'll go back full speed. I was stopped for all of that, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. And in theory, we're 20 kilometers away. We still got a long ways to go. Only problem with... Yeah, we're only going 12 knots. It must maybe the seas are rough or something like that. We're not getting the full 13 knots the whole time, so that might have been why we slowed down a little bit. No worries. Reevaluating for 12 knots and then going 13 knots is actually kind of a better situation anyway. I would expect us to be able to see this guy by now, so let's put you on the contacts. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I thought we'd be able to see this guy. I can't see what, it's red. The red flag. Can't tell if it's Norwegian or British. I can't tell. We technically have an intercept underwater if we want to go back underwater. But honestly, at this point, I actually think we just approach this guy from range here, and if hopefully he doesn't start zigzagging on us. I think we stay the course here. Let's just approach this guy from here. Yeah, torpedo shots are more exciting, but honestly, sometimes we got to do what we got to do here. Actually getting a little bit ahead of us. Let's actually explicitly make sure we're plotting an intercept here. Okay, that's fine. Might have sped up a little bit. Oh, it is British. But we are so far. We're having to chase this guy. I don't know if we can get a shot off like this. I think we're going to try to get close enough that we can flag him. That's not good. Somebody else is getting credit for what we just chased down. There's another sub out there somewhere. Oh, that's annoying. Oh well. That's annoying. I mean, we can report that it got sunk, but we're not going to get credit for it. Boo. Well, I guess there's another sub out here somewhere. I mean, we are outside our patrol area, to be fair, but the person who told us this was another sub, did he just keep chasing it and just told us about it? That's a little bit of a strange behavior. Alright, well, unfortunately that was a waste of time. Apologies, guys. We will, we'll get back to our patrol area and go on our merry way at this point. Boo. I kind of head, well, let's just go straight to it and then we'll head down to it this way. That'll work. We can slow back down to a normal speed, and I guess I'll bring you guys back when we find another ship. We found one. We got to watch it sink. It just didn't count for us. All right, we're back. We do have a convoy approaching us. I don't know what kind of convoy. I don't think I heard the message about whether it's warships or not. So we're going to approach it. I mean, we're ahead of it right now. So we're definitely going to kind of try to approach it a little bit here. Let's see what kind of... I mean, about 1,500 kilometers would be right about kind of in that range. So if we can get it right about here, let them kind of come past us. We're going pretty slow right now, so we're fine with that. I mean, we can stay periscope depth for this. We should be able to, you know, not be too worried about that. I definitely want to put you on the attack periscope for now. And see if we get some good vision here in a bit. It's broad daylight, so we gotta be a little careful of that. I mean, they're right here, I believe. Or are they up there? Okay, they're up there actually. So they're actually going to coming down towards us. So they're pretty far away right now. Currently 30 kilometers away. So we actually got a little bit of time to wait here. I mean, are we going? It's saying we're going to intercept these guys. We're going to go 7.4 kilometers in the time it takes them to go 23 kilometers. Let's get a good, see if we can get a good estimate of their speed then. So we're going 2 knots. So 7.4 over 2 equals 23 over X. I think it's going to be about 7 or something like that. 8 maybe. Actually, no, they're going slower than I thought. Really? They're only going 6 knots? Okay. I stand corrected. I guess when we're only going 2, I guess 6 knots is. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, okay. I guess they're going 3 times the distance that we are. Yeah, that would be 6 knots. Duh. Sometimes I don't have to do math. I just need to use my brain and I forget to. All right, we're gonna speed up here a little bit, obviously. They're still a long ways away from us. Problem is, we're actually gonna get a little bit closer than I would like. What we might want to do is get kind of to the edge here and then start going parallel towards them a little bit and see if we can get a good angled shot on something. Let me get over here and see if we can at least see, I don't know if we can see the ships themselves or at least see the smoke. They're at 30 degrees. Okay, we see some smoke. So I thought I did for a second there. Yeah, it's way out there. Yeah, so they're still a long ways away from us. All right, fair enough. For the moment, I guess we need to get off a periscope just for now. Let's go back to navigators for a bit. And we'll, again, we're probably just going to get a little bit closer here, and then we're probably going to turn more in line with them. I mean, right now we are half the distance, and so they should be about half the distance towards us. So they're right about there. Let's go ahead and get back on the attack periscope. I don't know that we'll see them because, again, they're still pretty far away from us. But I think at this point, what's the distance right now to their line? I mean, again, they're going to be at convoy, so they're going to be spread out a little bit. They're about 2,000 right now. That's what I wanted. Don't know how much closer we want to get other than maybe just start going parallel to them to approach them from a good angle here. I mean, they are still so far away that all we see is smoke. So yeah. I do want to get closer to this 1,500 range maybe. So I'm going to wait till we're a little bit in line with this. I'm actually going to say let's go there. And then let's go ahead and go parallel at that point. And hope that that's good enough. We might want to be closer than this, but 1,500, I mean, 2,000 is usually your goal, right? So we're going to go with this. Once we get to the end of this, I might just go here. And let's just maybe slowly kind of start bringing us a little closer to them, sort of. Let me slow down. Let's go back on the periscope. There are 354 of us at this moment. So they are actually just a little bit off to our left. In fact, if they're still on their line, 354 would be, I mean, they're still out there. There's still a good distance out there if that's true. 7,000 meters or more. Yeah, I mean, that's still actually accurate with what we're seeing from this. I don't think we see them yet, still. Oh, it's a lot of smokestacks, though. Good thing about this one is that there's not a specific ship we've got to target. So we could just find us a ship. A good ship to target. And that's going to be good for us. So let's get back off the periscope for a moment. And we know their general line. But again, convoy, they're going to be spread out a little bit. It's definitely not going to be an easy attack. Convoy attacks are actually not very easy. Alright, we're hearing a couple corvettes ahead of us. That's fair. Good news is we are giving them a little bit of a narrow line at the moment. That's a bunch of corvettes. Please tell me it's not just all corvettes and destroyers. Is it all corvettes and destroyers? Okay, then. Well, that's not really what we're looking for. Is it really all corvettes and destroyers out here? Are you kidding me? That is not helpful. Look at that beautiful destroyer, though. It is just all warships at her, huh? Actually, the guy at the rear of this little pack. Man, why do we keep running into these little groups of just submarine hunters, effectively, is what they are. That is not helpful to us. I like your color scheme over there. Kind of cool. Yeah, that is not helpful in any remote way whatsoever. Okay, then. We are getting out of Dodge. Again. And we are going to run silent here because we got to get away from here. I mean, we're pretty close. We might want to go a little bit deeper. Just to prevent them, or like lessen the chance that they can actually just see us. Oh man, we are just never going to find another good ship, are we, at this point? The one good ship we found, somebody else sank right before we got there. Giving a little bit of a broadside right now, which I don't like. I actually think we should come out this direction. By the time we actually make this turn, they're going to be a little bit behind us anyway. Don't like being this close to them. Alright, they're crossing behind us right now. Man, what a shame. Really need to get to the edge of the circle before I feel safe. That is a lot of that is a lot of submarine killers in that group there. Still about, I mean, we're right next to them. Start heading that way a little bit. Keeping them behind us. At least we're not able to detect as many now. I think once we get to the edge of the circle, I'll feel semi-safe. Kind of speed up and get out of here. Okay. Let's just maybe plan a patrol up this line again. I don't know. I'm hoping we get away from all of these baddies out here. Again, once we get to the edge of this line here. Okay, they're 10 to 20 kilometers. We're fine. We can rig from silent. Turn on the gyro compass again. Stop direct orders. Oh, guys. Well, I mean, I'm sorry for the boring run here. I thought we actually had a couple chances of some ships, and apparently not. So this might be a sink. Did we already? I don't think we sunk a ship this episode, did we? Maybe we did at the very beginning. Did we at the beginning? I can't remember now. They all start to merge together. If we didn't sink a ship this episode, I apologize. But we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, hopefully I will have found a proper ship by then. And we'll actually be able to get us something sunk. Start getting some credit for this patrol and go from there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you. And I hope you join me again next time. Thank you and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.